models that I give you. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the whole thing, give you an idea how these things work, and then we're gonna like take like an hour or so and troubleshoot and get things to work. Does that sound good? Are there any questions before I begin?
Yep.
Any questions? Nope. Alright, so for ComfyUI, so we're going to talk about two things today. One is Comfy, which lets you create videos like this eventually. You know, it lets you have very, very smooth animations running on top of already existing Stable Diffusion models. And then we're going to talk about StableY, which lets you do stuff like this. You know, there's a little bit of it has its own set of artifacts, it has its own looks, and is used in projects for like music videos. This is like a super popular one. So Collab for ComfyUI is super simple. First, there is this code block that you can use your Google Drive, which I recommend doing, just to like, you know, not have to reinstall everything from scratch every time. So you run this, and then these are some models and checkpoints that you can get. So as I've told you before, there's like thousands of fine-tuned AI models that you can be using, and each of them has like a different look. Some are anime, so there's like some anime style here. Some are waifu, if you're into that, and there's SDXL here, and there's like, I guess, another version of it here. But we're gonna stick to the regular ST 1.5 and the regular VAE, which is for ST 1.5, which is this one. So basically, don't touch this block. Run this and that if you're not doing it locally, and then this, and then it should give you an IP address, which then you copy paste into your browser, and you're gonna get something that looks a bit like, I'm just waiting for this to load, and you'll see. One second. Alright. So it's starting up for me. This is a local build that I'm using because I know it's going to take probably a while to start this. So if you want to be using it, I suggest you like start your collab and run these cells now, so that in like 10 minutes it is kind of ready. Yeah, and at the end you get something that looks a bit like this, right? This is a clean, fresh slate, and you will see that you will add nodes, and you'll build basically your own inference code using this node-based graph editor, and I'm going to show you. But before that, for local installs, also there's a link here. So I know Fred has a good computer, David too. So the local build here, just follow the instructions depending on what device you're using. If you have a Mac, it will work, M1 or higher. If you have 4 or 6 gigabytes of VRAM, it will work. And you have Windows, you can only do, if you have Windows, you can only do NVIDIA. If you have Linux, you can also do AMD. There's all this, you know, instructions for how to do it. It's super simple. It only consists of installing a couple of packages and then running this sort of pip install R requirements, which right now Sam is trying to do, and we're going to see how that goes. So you're going to get something like this, and the first thing we're going to do after we get this is to load our checkpoint. So if I double click, I get this search box, and I can do, oh wait a second, why is it's not showing my notes? I'm sorry, this is kind of strange. clear all that. Okay. So
I just have
first,
a question.
yeah.
So we need like ComfyUI and the collab part, right? To do what you want to do right now.
So if you just run this collab part, and then you're gonna get an IP address, which then you copy and paste into your browser, and you get something like this.
Okay. So I don't need to
No, you
download
don't.
something locally.
No.
Okay.
There's
Okay. Thanks.
there's a collab with manager and has everything you'll ever need.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. Again, like this sort of rule that collab might kick you out because you're like a free user, but the possibility exists. So use Google Drive is recommended in case it does kick you out, and then you can just come back and then they continue where you left off. So I cleared the thing, but when you first started, it's going to have like a basic workflow. I'm just going to rebuild the same workflow from scratch. Remember what we talked about during the first workshop, which was we have a VAE encoder, and we have basically our diffusion model. These UNet encoder decoder is our diffusion model, and we have a VAE decoder. So VAE encoder is only used when you want to take an image and encode it and then diffuse that. If you're using just noise, you can basically pass it just empty latents, so you don't need this encoder part. And there's also a clip text encoder, which conditions your model to respond to the text that you've written. So here the principle is the same. First we're going to load a checkpoint, and you'll see that a checkpoint, let's try SD1.4, which is what I have in my system. So when you load a checkpoint, there's three outputs. There's the model, there is the clip, there is the VAE. All three things that we saw here: the clip, the VAE, and the model itself. First we're gonna, let's say, set up our prompts. So our prompts would need a clip text encoder, and that's basically going to take the clip and some text. So photo painting of a funny man, and this we'll call it, like if you click on title here, you can change the name. I'm gonna call it positive prompt. And then I'm going to right click and clone this. I'm going to call this one negative prompt. But at the end of the day, it's just a clip encoder, so that doesn't change. Negative prompt. And
Sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
So once I run the collab, where am I supposed to see the IP address? Or
Have you run it?
yes.
Can I see your screen?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, go down.
I didn't run every document.
Did you run that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it
should give you a link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me know if you run into any problems.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to download it locally, but it's using like this thing to extract the file using 7Z. I'm not too sure how to use 7Z.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Not too sure what I should. Hold on. So I clicked on this link, and then they told me to use 7Z to extract it.
You can just extract it with anything, really. Like I think Windows alone can do it.
I'll try it out.
Yeah, did you download the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it in a new folder, and then see if you can extract it. Extract it with whatever software you like.
I'm trying to extract, so I'm clicking on this, but
this is okay. It's a 7-zip file. I guess. Okay. Guess here 7-zip is free. Just download that.
So I just installed it, but I guess I have to.
Yeah, open file with 7-zip, right?
It should work.
Are you in your downloads?
I'm on right now. This is in desktop. Sorry, I'll put it bigger.
Put it in another folder, just in case.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Now run it in the folder. Where is it? Let's see. There's a portable stand that should work for running on NVIDIA and for. You know what? Instead of using that, I think you can just use what's here in releases. So you have an NVIDIA GPU, right?
Yeah.
But that's also the portable, so I think they're the same file. Yeah.
It's weird. It's not even. It doesn't want to go inside the folder I just created.
Maybe it's running.
Yeah.
It's kind of like check your task manager and like close down any processes. It's running it. Okay. So while it's loading.
I already made it work, so all good.
You what?
I already made it work.
Nice.
On my Mac.
Nice. I'm glad. Alright, so if there's like any special requirements for the Mac and anybody else has a Mac, just maybe like put like a, I don't know, a very very short, step by step of how you did it. Like 1 downloaded PyTorch, 2 did this, made venv3, ran the file, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess it already made a folder for you, David.
Sorry.
It already made a folder, right? ComfyUI Windows Portable NVIDIA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Open that. Yep. Go down. Go back. I guess go and update. It's empty. Oh, I think you stopped the process before it ended.
Oh, did I?
I think so, because it looks like it's incomplete, unless the process is still running. Yeah. So just run it again. Wait a little bit. Fred, are you doing this as well? Fred's on his phone. Okay. Alright.
So I can't see the link. I mean, I did write them, but maybe there may be an error. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like, I don't really know where I'm supposed to see
Hold
link.
on.
Sorry.
I can see you shared your screen actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Go down.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't. You shouldn't have run the last cell. But it says found no NVIDIA driver. Okay, so you need to. Okay, your runtime is working on CPU. So click on the top right. Your RAM disk thing to the top right. Yeah. Click on additional connection something. Yeah. Connection options, and then do change runtime type. And okay, so it's supposed to be a T4 GPU, but it looks like you're not connected. One way I think to fix that is to make a new Google account real quick, and just go log into Colab with that, and you might get a GPU.
Okay.
Yeah. So give that a shot. It's important that you have access to a GPU, otherwise it won't run.
Yeah, I mean, it said that my Google Drive storage was dying, so that might be related.
It's full?
I mean, it just said, I don't know if you see the message.
No, what it's... Oh, okay.
So it might be because of that.
You might want to, so if you did PyTTI and you go into your drive, you might want to delete some of the image outputs and the backup files, because those take a lot of space. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I'll just create a, or just connect with another Google account.
Yeah, that would probably honestly be your best bet. And let me know if you succeed. Yeah. So yeah, clip goes into positive prompt, another goes into negative prompt, and they create the conditioning for your models. Now, in order to get something from the model, we need to sample from it. And sample is basically sets up the rules for how you denoise images from a model. So we're just going to pass the model to the K-sampler, and then there's two conditioning. We're going to pass our positive prompt to positive, pass our negative prompt to negative, and then there's a latent image, which is like, do we want to take an image and denoise it by a certain amount, in which case we would need a VAE encode block, and the VAE encode, as we saw on the slide, takes that image and compresses it in a way that the neural network can work with it. So let's say there's a load image, and we're going to pass this to the VAE encoder, and then we're going to pass this as a latent, and then we're going to pass this VAE over here because it's asking for it. You see, if there's like red or if it's colorful, most of the time it's required. And then if we do a denoise of 1, that means we're going to get complete noise, so this is completely going to be ignored. If we do 0.5, it's going to add 50% noise and then denoise from that. Pretty straightforward stuff. But then out of the K-sampler comes another latent, and in order to decode that latent, well, we use the VAE decoder, and that's going to require the VAE basically model that we're going to be using. And then there's save image, which lets you save that image. So this is a basic workflow just to generate an image. Seems like a lot of work, but there's a lot that you'll be able to do with an interface like this. So I'm just going to run it once. Sampler name, we're going to use Euler Ancestral. Scheduling normal. CFG age is fine. Steps, we're going to do 20. That's also fine. So if I run that, first it's going to load our checkpoint. Then it's going to encode our texts, the positive prompt and the negative prompt, and then pass those to the K-sampler along with the model, along with the encoded image all together. As I said before, seed is just for, oh there you go. So this is 50% denoise, so you'll see that these images are not the same. And obviously this was generated with Midjourney, this was with SD 1.4, and the prompts are completely different. So let's do full denoising, which means just only noise. And we're gonna get, something like that. Doesn't look good because the steps are too low and the prompt isn't strong, and we're using the base model. But it's something. We're getting something. It's a good start. If I change this model to, let's say, deliberate, it's another model. You can download all these models from CivicEye. This is the website where there's like plenty of models. Or we can get them directly from Hugging Face. Or if you're using Colab, so you'll see this gives much better results, right? As a funny man, whatever that means. And yeah, in the ComfyUI Colab, there's two other ways.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting an error when I'm trying to queue the prompt.
Okay, can I see it?
Is it my screen?
Yeah, it's loading, but it's not showing. It's giving me a. What's that? The stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality due to network conditions. Okay. Let me see, David, is it working for you?
I'm trying to load the model, but it says I think
Right. Oh,
I
so
don't
you
have
do.
it.
Is it? Are you doing it? You're doing it locally, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so just download a model. I'll tell you where to place it. You download a model from, let's say, Civitai. Let's Dream Shaper is a good one. Dream Shaper. No, not that one. Yeah, this is the one. So Dream Shaper 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, download that and place it in the models folder. So if you come to your folder structure, there's ComfyUI, and inside there's models, and there is checkpoints. There should be checkpoints name. Is it checkpoints? Yeah, there it is. And then you put your checkpoint there.
Okay.
Yeah. So where were we? ComfyUI. Yeah, Sam. You. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I think I'm missing the model. That's
Okay,
why.
you as well.
Uh-huh.
You're also doing it locally,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Download a model. Dream Shaper is really good. Download that one. And
What's the name? Dream
Shaper.
Shape?
It's in the chat.
Oh.
It's in the chat here. It's called Dream Shaper.
Can I just put it on the checkpoints folder?
You put it in the checkpoints folder. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's. I'll wait until you guys have succeeded. Or while it's download, I guess your models are gonna download, and it's gonna take like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna go on, and I explain most of these things. They're the same as you would see, like say on the forum. The CFG is the same thing as scale on the forum, literally the same thing, no difference. Steps is the same thing. Seed is the same thing. Technically, if you're using the same model with the same seed and the same CFG or scale, whether it's on the forum or it's on ComfyUI, you should get the exact same results. And then there's a scheduler, and you would only change this based on some other auxiliary things that you may add. So is this part clear? Like maybe I can move on to more advanced topics.
Yeah. So I already put the model in the checkpoints folder, but I don't know how to
refresh.
I think that okay, so I have to refresh the.
There's a refresh button, yeah. On the right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You see under Q prompt.
We got it.
All right, so let's look at this manager thing. Which okay, so if you're on a local build, you're not gonna have the manager. So you should download ComfyUI Manager, and this is the repo for it. And the way you basically install it is super easy. I'm gonna post it here in chat. You download the whole repo as a zip file. So there's download zip here on GitHub. You download that. I'm gonna download it for real. It's very small. It's like 1 megabyte, right? Done. Okay. Why don't you let me? All right. And then when you open the zip file, all you have to do is to go to your ComfyUI folder, which is, or you can just copy it or like, cut it, however you like. You go in your ComfyUI folder, and then under custom nodes, you just either drag and drop this ComfyUI Manager main, or you copy paste it or whatever. And that's basically how you install custom nodes for your ComfyUI, which makes you do like crazy stuff. You have face swaps, you have depth models, you have upscaling, IP adapter, which allows you to take an image and and like basically prompt your model with an image and not with text. I'm gonna show you how all that works, but after you install the manager. And on the Colab version,
But just
manager is already installed. Yes.
so it's just copying the folder to the custom nodes folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, there's not anything else to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think if you refresh it, you might have to like close your thing, your CMD, like, and then restart it. Restart your server basically in order to see it, or you can just try doing refresh. If you do see this manager and share part down here, then refresh worked. If not, close your server and then restart it. And it should be good, and you will get this manager thing here. Manager will basically allow you to install other custom nodes and install models. So you have like a variety of different models that you can choose from. There's SDXL, there's Stable Cascade, these are the enemy models, you know, which you can also find here. But since you have the manager, I think you can do it directly from Comfy even if you're on Colab. So you should be fine. And yeah, if you want to see like what they're all about, I think if you click on them, it'll bring you to the model, and it has some examples and how basically they're prompted. So that's something good to know, to play around with. And then in install custom nodes, there are some that we're gonna play around with. So the first one is called Animate Diff Evolved. So download that one by Kosinkadink. This will allow you to create animations. So once you've downloaded it, you have to download some motion models, as they're called. And the motion models go under ComfyUI custom nodes, under the custom node Animate Diff Evolved, under models. And then you can just put the models there. So we're going to take one of the fine-tuned models. Let's say there's Stabilized Mid. That's a good one. It's only 1.5 gigs. So you have to okay, so I think you'd be able to download it through the install models here. Let me see. Motion. Yeah. Yep, you can. So you can just directly come here and do Stabilized Mid and install that. And it will go, I think, in the right place. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it because I already have them. And then I'm gonna show you how we can turn this image into an animation. Very simply. So after you download Animate Diff Evolved and the models, you look for the following node.
Could you just re-show which one was it? For the stabilized?
Stabilized. Yeah, mid.
Was it mid or high?
Mid.
Mid. Okay.
Yeah, high is also good. Like you have to play around with them. Like there's different ones. They're good for different purposes. But I'm trying to not get into LCMs, because there's a newer version. It's called Animate Diff LCM. First of all, it runs faster. It needs a third of the steps, and it has better quality than all of them. And there are LCM models, which also follow the same principle. But before I get there, I'm just gonna set up the foundations. So
and what's the other model we need?
So two things. So you already got your checkpoint, and then the second model would be if you go on Manager, you do install models. You look up for motion. You look up motion, and then Stabilized Mid.pth. But that's after.
Yeah, I had. Okay, and the other one, the first you mentioned, Animate Diff.
Animate.
The
so
same...
in custom nodes, first you have to download this, install this. So you go to custom nodes and you look up Animate Diff, and then you download Animate Diff Evolved. Not the first one, the Evolved version. That's a good one. And then download the model for it. For models.
I think I don't see that one in.
Show me.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm seeing David's screen right now. It's weird.
Yeah, so I go to install custom nodes and I don't know why not wait
Install
something.
custom nodes. And then here, did you type animate diff? And search.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I thought it was like
Yeah,
by default.
yeah. And then there it is. That's the one. Okay. So after you've done that, or after even if the nodes are installed and you don't have the model yet, you can still follow along. So you can just look up animate diff, and you will see that there is a animate diff loader. We're gonna take the animate diff loader, the first one, not the legacy one. And you see it has like a whole bunch of parameters, but all we need is like model and context options. So model name, I think it already, well, this is your motion model that you're going to be using. So I said we're going to be using stabilized mid, right? And what you do is you pass your initial checkpoint to this, and it basically wraps it over some other layers that it adds to your neural network in order for it to be capable of doing motion. And then there's context options, and for context options there's another node for it. There's multiple actually. There is looped and there's standard. You can ignore static. There's standard uniform and looped uniform. We're going to do looped uniform because it allows the video to loop. And we're just going to pass context options to that. You choose the context length. Context stride is 1 and 4. You're just going to leave it to default, so you don't need to touch anything. But since we're doing an animation, we're going to need more than one latent. Basically, we need frames, right? We need multiple of them. So since I also don't want to do an image, I'll show you if you want to do an image, how to do it. Okay, so if you have an image, you can do repeat latent batch. And this basically allows you to choose the number of frames that you want. So let's say we want to do 16 frames. I can just pass this image to that and then pass these latents there. So now I'm going to get a 16 frame animation. And then afterwards, instead of saving image, there's another node called video combine. Video combine will basically stitch together all the frames that comes out of this and creates the video for you. And it's going to be a GIF by default, or GIF, and I'm gonna change it to the MP4, and I'm gonna increase the frame rate to 10. CRF is basically how much compression you want. So if you want higher quality, you lower this. I think 12 is a good one, but for the sake of speed, I'm just gonna keep it at 19. Yeah, and loop count basically.
For video. So for video combined, do we need another module? Because
No,
I don't
it
see
should
it.
come with animate diff loader, animate diff, what you installed earlier. So if you refresh, try refreshing and see if anything comes up. If it doesn't, let me know and I'm gonna. Could you get the animate diff loader?
Yeah.
Okay, so that node is there, but video combine you don't see it.
No.
Okay, let me look then. I
See,
think let's actually, you may be right. Let's go to custom nodes and do video helper suite. Yeah, VHS, that's what it stands for. Okay, let's look up video. Yeah, there it is. You were right. So look up video. It's by the same guy. So that's, they go hand in hand. Look up video and then install video helper suite. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. And then you're gonna have video combine with the following. And yeah, loop count basically, if you want to repeat the video multiple times, you can increase that. But otherwise, ignore that. And then we're going to also pass this model to the K-sampler instead of that. So the flow goes from the initial checkpoint to the animate diff loader to the K-sampler. And then we're going to stitch everything together. We decided to repeat an image 16 times, but we're going to do full denoise, so it's the same thing as doing empty latents. And if you want to do empty latents and you don't want an image involved at all, you can just do empty latent image, and it also has a batch size, so you can make this 16 and just pass that, and that will just, you know, but this requires your denoise to be at 1 anyways, like, because if you lower it, you're going to get bad quality results. So we're just going to use that, I guess. Yeah. And the VAE for the encode will not be used, image will not be used, repeat latent batch would not be used. And I'm just going to queue it and run it, see what we get. Just wrapping the model, sampling, and the steps and the CFG remain the same for the same type of model.
You're running this locally, or
This is local. Yeah. So this generated 16 images, basically the frames, but we're gonna look at that. That's already turned it into a, because it's an, I don't know, it's a living oil painting like Harry Potter. But you can increase the batch size and get more frames. Usually 32 to 48 is a good number. And yeah, so anybody wants to give me a prompt, try something out on my system while you guys are setting it up for yourselves. Give me a few words. Give me some random words.
like maybe try. Do you have a cat? Is that a cat? Or
Yeah,
you're not using
that's a
the
cat,
image.
yeah.
You're using the input image, or
So no, I wasn't, but it can be. So if I attach
Oh.
repeat latent batch here, and then I reduce the denoise, so I can do like just oil painting of a cat. Oh, also another thing is you can choose how much motion you want, and you can kind of increase that. But I think it's not very obvious here. So let's try this other animate diff loader. The legacy version, yeah, because this has motion scale, right? It's just gonna switch everything to that, so that you can use the motion scale to increase the speed of movement. And if you increase that, you're gonna get like more prominent motions out of it. Alright, so 1.2 for us here. Denoise at 0.5, so we're just going to add noise to 50% of the image, which is repeated 15 times, and then denoise it in a way that creates some animation. And it's oil painting of a cat. I don't know what that is, but going back to 16, small enough. Ooh, okay, yeah, okay. Good thing this happened. So this is kind of slow. The reason for that is our image is big, and you know, if your image is too big, obviously your GPU won't be able to handle it. So what you want to do is first downscale the model, downscale the image, make it smaller, run it through the model, and then upscale it using some other technique. So we're going to add an upscale node. This is the context. We're going to add an upscale node. It's called upscale, but really it does just scaling. So we're going to pass that image first here, and then we're going to make it 512 by 512, no cropping, and then encode it, repeat it, K-sampler, and now it should work faster, because yeah, the image just is too big. So if you run out of VRAM, always make sure that the image you're passing is not too big, or the latents that are getting passed in are too big. Okay, the cat is alive, and it loops perfectly. And if you want to turn it into a GIF, you can also rerun the same thing as GIF, which you can then share with your friends on your favorite messaging app. So yeah, that's basics of animation with ComfyUI. If everybody's got a handle on this, I can take it up one notch further, and then I'm going to move to stable warp and briefly go over that. If you're,
So I couldn't.
go
I
ahead.
think I have everything set up, but I haven't been able to run the.
Let me see. Wait,
I think it's taking too long for me. I don't know why. I'm seeing if the if the GPU is actually working. It's taking too
Okay.
long. So
Are you getting an error somewhere? Check in your command prompt.
no, I'm not getting any error. Just really slow.
Okay. Is it slow? Is it processing?
It says like loading one new model, and
Okay.
you see like a progress bar, and but it goes like really slow.
Okay. So it's probably like downloading some model, or it's so maybe you decide to install one of the models and it's still not fully downloaded. That's one possibility. The other one is probably make sure the latents you're giving it, whether if you're using this or an image, the size is 512 by 512 or something small. And also, yeah, so the thing is, since you're running this on an M1, it's going to be considerably slower. You know, and if you think it's not practical for animations, try it with the collab version for animations and using your Google Drive. But for images, you should
Yeah,
be
the
able
image
to.
the images. The image I'm trying is 1024 times 1024.
Oh,
Is
that's
that
big.
too big?
Yeah, that's too big. That's too big. So what you would do is that first you do, like, let's say 512 by 512, and then what you can do is you can redo this K sampler and use basically the same model, and instead of decoding your images, you pass the latent over here, and you denoise again, but you denoise less. You denoise like 30%. So that's gonna make it faster. Basically, you're only denoising the surface of the image and not the whole image, or like, you know, a small part of it. So it's going to be faster, and it's going to increase the quality, because now you're going to be, oh sorry, I forgot one part where you have to upscale your latents before passing it. So you upscale your latents. So let's say you want to do 1024 by 1024. Take that latent, pass it there. Comes out from the K sampler, and then you upscale it to 1024 by 1024, and then you pass it into a new K sampler. Same model, animate diff model, same prompt, and then you decode that, and you do less denoise. So that will allow you to increase the resolution without like doing full denoise at 1024 by 1024, and it adds adds resolution, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything has everything.
Yeah. So no.
Go on.
Yeah. No. So I just tested the PyTorch library, and it's working. And I'm trying a smaller image to see what
Okay.
happens.
Yeah. Try 320 by 320 if you really want to just get something to see if it works. Always start with like something smaller. And you see right now, even though I'm doing like 30% denoise at like 1024, it's like super slow for me on a 3090. So I imagine it must be much slower for you on an M1. So it's not feasible. Yeah, it is possible, and that's what I'm going to talk about next. I'm gonna tell you how LCMs and maybe IP adapters work, since it's just you guys and you guys have have like local access. This is gonna be really fun, this next part. So first, you go into your install custom nodes and get IP adapter. So there's ComfyUI IP adapter plus. And I think you can just install it. And you're gonna get a bunch of nodes called IP adapter, load IP adapter, apply IP adapter, and code IP adapter image. That's all the 3 nodes you're gonna need from this. So, and IP adapter has its own models. After you install the extension, I think you can come into models and then look up IP adapter. Yeah, and you can download. You can try the IP adapter st15.safe tensors. So this one, and you install that after you install the IP adapter plus extension, and then you're gonna have that model. Then there's another node called IP adapter load IP adapter. No, sorry, encode IP adapter image. And there's also apply IP adapter from encoded. Yeah. So this takes up to 4 images, and you can use images as prompts, and basically kind of like forget about. Yeah, I mean not forget. Like your prompt still goes in there, so you might want to make them kind of match, but if you want something specific that you're looking for, this will do, and I'll show you how it works. So you pass your IP adapter to the IP adapter and apply IP adapter from encoded. You pass your embeds. You pass your animate diff model. Instead of it going now like directly to the case sampler, it goes to the IP adapter. I'm gonna remove this and that for like upscaling as we did before, and we're gonna pass it empty latent because we don't want to use that image like that, and we're going to use it in a different way. So we're going to take this image now, and we're going to do prepare image for clip vision. Okay, this will make sure that your image is like the right proportions. So it's I think like 512 by 512 still. And if it's not square, you're gonna have to choose which part of it you want: top, bottom, left, right, center, or pad, which adds like black bars next to it to make it square. Pass that in there. Doesn't matter if it doesn't really matter if it's like a square image. And then Laxus is a good interpolation algorithm, and then you pass that into image 1. Oh, you're gonna need another one. Also, load clip vision. Clip vision. Yeah. Clip vision. Load clip vision. Yeah. And if you don't see anything, you might see something here. If you don't, again, same thing. Manager, install model, clip vision. Like vision. Yeah, clip vision model. And you can install. Yeah, there's like a few. I think the most recent one would be VitG. That's good. VitL you see this actually in PyTTI. It's the same model that's used in that notebook. So you can download, I guess, IP adapter. There you go. It even says it. Yeah, one of these two. the vision model. Either it beats H14 or big G. Really does not matter which one. I have a bunch here. Like, you can also find them on Hugging Face. This is one I found on Hugging Face, and I just put it in the Clip Vision folder. So you can download it. If you download it off of Hugging Face, there's Clip Vision folder. Just put your models there, basically. And so now we pass this model to the K-sampler, and these latents over here. So now, notice, my image is not being passed through directly as a latent. I'm giving it empty latents. But the model is wrapping, there's a the IP adapter is wrapping over the animate diff, and it's basically allowing the model to kind of like absorb quality stuff from the image, right? And this turns out to be, it had low quality because the denoise was not high enough for the 1024 by 1024. So if you have to denoise it like a little bit more for it to look good. Wait a second. There's an error. Is it possible I did these backwards? Yeah. So first we apply maybe the IP adapter. Like that. And then we pass that into the animate diff. And then we pass the animate diff into the K-sampler. And this might work. Still no? Why not? Something isn't matching. The vision is right. Oh, this is using, okay. I'm gonna use SD1.5. Yeah. This is the IP adapter I told you to download because this does not give a. Yeah, this should work.
So for the IP adapter, okay, my thing says undefined. So
So basically, you need to download the model, right? Did you do that? From Manager, install models, and then IP adapter, and then SD1.5. Did you install this?
oh no, I missed that one.
Yeah. Make sure you have your models before running it. And the weight here will basically decide how much of an image, how much of these images that you've encoded, how much influence you want it to have. So if you increase it, especially for like the animation, if you increase it, you're gonna have like more of a static animation. If you decrease it, you're gonna have less static, more dynamic animation, but it's gonna look less like the image you give it. So let's see what came out of it. Yeah, there you go. So all I had to do was pass that image, and now I'm getting a really cool, crisp looking, beautiful animation of a cat. That kind of looks like that, but inspired by. So yeah, basically at this point, like your prompt has like carries a lot less weight, and you can kind of like decrease that if you don't want that much influence. So that's one more thing. What's next? So should I tell you about LCMs?
Wait, can you zoom out? I think I have missing some connections.
Okay, I'll zoom out. Do you see everything? Let me make it nice and neat for you. So these never change, right? So the positive prompt and negative prompt, they just go into the K-sampler.
So I think I was using the default negative and positive prompt, the one that says like clip, text and code, and
yeah, it's the same thing.
Is it the same?
It's the same thing. I just renamed this. You can right click and rename it whatever you want. That was just for clarity's sake, but it is a clip text encoder. Yeah.
Okay. So the empty latent image Where does it go?
Empty latent image goes in the K sampler. So
Okay.
yeah, so because we're just doing like denoising on pure, just pure noise.
And the repeat latent batch, that's not used, right? In this case.
No, it's not. That's only used if you have already an image and you want to pass it. So I can basically take this image and kind of pass it partially also. So I want this image to have the influence, but I also want it to be directly kind of like part of the part of what the model is denoising. So and it kind of like speeds it up too, because now you're going to need to do half the steps. So the trick for that would be first downscale. So let's scale image, and we're going to do factorial by factorial past that, and then repeat latent batch. Wait, no, VAE encode. No, don't forget to pass your VAE. And then you repeat latent batch. And now, instead of empty noise, you can choose. If it's one, it's again just going to be noise. There's no difference. If you use one, if you use an empty latence, or if you use the image, same results. But then if you denoise with your image, you're going to have more of an influence. Oh wait, something. Oh, because it's doing 1. 16 is the number it's supposed to do. Yeah, I changed my model name to that. So last but not least, I'm gonna talk about LoRa's and LCM. LCM stands for Latent Consistency Model. What it basically does, it allows you to run everything at like 10 steps with like a lower CFG. That's like a requirement. You have to lower the CFG. So there you go. That's the result we got. So now there's like direct influence from that image. But if you don't want direct influence, you just want like the vibe, depending on like what you want, right? And there's less motion here as well. If you want more motion, you make this full. Whether you use empty or just repeated latence doesn't matter. But if you want to be faster, just use empty, because then you'd have to like upscale and encode every time, and that's just gonna take time. Yeah, you can do that. So LCM makes things faster, and in some cases increases quality. And here's where I'm gonna share with you like the super secret new workflow that just dropped and that I've been using, and like people are like digging it really hard. Some of the people who are like really good at this are also like like into it, and they're beginning to use that kind of thing. So it requires LCM, and there's two different. So you're gonna need either LCM models or LCM LoRa's. But I'm gonna talk to you about what the LoRa is before I tell you what an LCM is. So I'm gonna look up LoRa and see if there's a nice figure there that shows how this works. So where is a nice figure? None of these are great. The idea with the LoRa is if you have a network like this, this is a diffusing unit. So this is basically stable diffusion. And you have these attention layers. These are like certain operations. These are matrices. You just train these matrices instead of training, the whole network and all the parameters. You do a select number, and it's called low rank adaptation, and basically just decreases the file. So then you can, let's say, have Dream Shaper, and then you can have a LoRa, Dream Shaper LoRa, which would basically, there you go. So here's a LoRa, and the sizes are usually much smaller. So that would be for close checkpoint vetting LoRa. Okay. I don't know how big this is, because this is for SDXL. Anyways, we're just gonna say it's much smaller. Like it's 100 megabytes for a normal SD, normal stable diffusion. So LCMs are basically LoRa's, which speed up your network, speed up your inference, and they either have their own models that are like their LoRa's are baked into the model, the weights are changed, and you can just download that, or you can add the LoRa to any model you want. So let's install some LCM stuff. Go to manager, install models. You look up LCM. Get LCM LoRa. Okay, that's not good. Let me show you the real shit. Photon LCM. Yeah. So download this model. Is this the one? That's really good. I think so. But yeah. So I sent it in chat. And you're going to need Animate LCM, which you can get from Hugging Face here. And it's if you want to use your own model, you get the LoRa. If you want to use another LCM model, like Photon LCM that I just sent, you get this one. And you basically download these two models. And so then in your Animate Diff Loader, you can change the model to Animate LCM. And in your normal load checkpoint, you do Photon LCM. And the settings are a little bit different, but not much. So the steps you're going to turn it down to 10, and your CFG you're going to turn it down to 1.5, I think. Yeah. And it will allow you to do faster and better generations. I'll just show you an example. Oh, this had to be off. Yeah, apply V2 models properly, because this is not a V2 model. And it's only going to do like 10 steps. There you go. So it's faster and it looks better. And if you have your own model, you'll see that there is a LoRa, there's a load LoRa. And if you download the LoRa, also here in your models, there is LoRa's, and that's where you put your LoRa's.
So those go in those don't go on checkpoints?
No, the LoRa's go in the LoRa's folder. Because they're like different files. They're smaller, and they're only part of the network and not the whole thing. Checkpoint is like full-on models. And if I want to use like not Photon LCM, let's say I want to use DreamShaper. DreamShaper also has its own LCM model, which means you don't need to use the LoRa. But I'm going to use Deliberate, for example, here, which is not an LCM model. So I first pass the model and the clip here, and then I just read it from this, basically, and then I choose the Animate LCM LoRa, and that's it. That should basically, oh shit, sorry, you have to pass this model, the LoRa model, to the IP adapter, Animate Diff case sampler, and out. So yeah, this is really
it
Go on.
looks nicer.
Yeah.
No, so I'm still having issues with the API adapter model and with the LoRa model. So I downloaded the one from Hugging Face,
Okay.
but it seems that's not
Let's see if you can share your
the
screen
safe
again.
thing. Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah, for some reason. Try sharing not your, maybe if you're sharing your whole screen, share just the window, or if you're sharing the window, share the whole screen. See if we get a difference there.
Okay.
Let me stop streaming for a sec. Okay, it says live. I think you were about to go
Try
live.
again.
Try again, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, nice.
It's not showing, right?
Yeah, it's showing. I can see it all. So LoRa name is undefined.
Okay.
You see that? Clip vision.
Yeah.
You got the right one, I guess. IP adapter is undefined. So did you download an IP adapter model?
Yeah. Actually, I tried downloading another one. I have this to install,
Okay.
and
Refresh it. Refresh the thing. So now try. Anything?
yeah.
That's the right error. Okay. Try refreshing
So I'll
again.
try like
One more
restarting the server.
Maybe, but let's look at your file structure for a second. If
My
you can
file
share your whole
structure.
whole screen and show me the.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see?
It's loading slowly. It's giving a similar error to before. Which is like your stream, your viewing has reduced video or audio quality. This may be due to network conditions. Okay, let me see where my IP adapter is, and then I'll just tell you how you can get it to work the way I have.
Right. Yeah, I'm seeing the folder for the IP adapter, and I'm seeing the both of the models I downloaded.
Okay.
They have the IP adapter
Where is it? Is
SD15.
it in models?
No, it's in yeah, models IP adapter.
Okay. Well, I don't have it here, so I think it's in custom nodes, and where is it? IP adapter plus main models. Yeah. So put them here. Basically, go to let me share my screen. My bad, I forgot. Okay. So take copy your models and then go to custom nodes. Find IP adapter plus main under models and paste them there.
Okay,
You see it?
can you show me the common? Okay, ComfyUI adapter IP adapter plus
Yeah.
models.
Models, paste it there.
Okay, yeah.
And then refresh.
Okay.
See if it shows up.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Now it's the LoRa
The LoRa.
model that's not showing.
Did you put that also in the LoRa's folder?
Yeah, so it's in models.
Models.
Animate diff motion LoRa.
No. That would be motion LoRa's.
No?
And yeah, that's different. So motion LoRa's allow you to specify types of motion for the animate diff, and that also has a motion LoRa. No, maybe load LoRa. No, motion. LoRa LoRa. ADMD load LoRa, yeah. And then there's I don't, hold up. Load animate
Okay,
LoRa.
and so where should we go?
So did you get Photon? Did you get Photon LCM? Or did you get
Is that the one from
the LoRa? I'm guessing you got
yeah,
the LoRa,
I got
right?
the animate LCM.
Yeah, so just put it in your LoRa's folder. Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Laura's. Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it in there.
Yeah, I got confused with the names.
Yeah. No, it's good to know the difference, and they are confusing because they're both called LoRa's. One though is for animated, the other one is for your checkpoints. So we're just applying this to the main checkpoint that you already have downloaded.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you refresh it, it should show up, right? And you
Yeah,
got the LoRa safe
it's
tensors,
good.
right? Perfect.
Yes.
So that then it should work. You can just run it. And okay, don't forget to change your steps to 10 and your CFG to 1.5. Oh, okay, another thing that you can do: sampler name, change it to LCM, and scheduler change it to SGM uniform. These seem to be the best settings for running LCM
Sampler
models.
name LCM.
LCM, scheduler, sorry, SGM uniform.
Can you show me the IP adapter configurations? I think I might mimic it.
IP adapter, it's at the original wait type. Oh, you can also put it on channel penalty. That's better actually. Put the wait type to channel penalty. And scheduling is simple. This looks like lower quality than before.
I'll try it for running. So required input is missing in by BAE. What's the input for the BAE?
AVA decode or encode? Or where?
Encode.
Encode is just
the
your
encode.
image. So encode is if you want to have the direct influence of an image, you first have to encode the image into the neural, like the weights that are compatible with the neural network. And so that's what VA encode does.
But I'm missing the BAE, the red dot.
This one?
Connection.
Oh, this
Where's
comes directly from your checkpoint.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try it.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, so I think it's running.
Oh yeah, and in Animate Diff, if you're using Animate LCM, SD15T2B, the checkpoint.
No, I'm using. How do I stop the run?
There's a cancel button when it's running. So it has load and it has cancel. You do cancel.
Yeah.
And it stops the run.
So in the animate diff, I'm seeing the stabilized mid.
Okay, so change that. If you've downloaded Animate LCM from here, this first one, put that in where your Animate Diff models are, which is under custom nodes, Animate Diff evolved models, and that's where you put it. Your Animate LCM SD15T2B text to video.
Models?
Yeah, models in Animate Diff evolved.
Is it the same the other model?
No. So this is a LoRa which transforms your checkpoint so that it's compatible with this. Right? If you already have an LCM model like DreamShaper LCM or Photon LCM, which I put in the chat, you can just remove that. Right? right, and have it like directly connect. And you won't need the LoRa. But this model, this is an Animate LCM model, it's great. It works really well. The only thing is, you do beta schedule, put it LCM to square root linear. That's you change that beta schedule. This scheduler becomes a SGM uniform, I think, or SGM uniform is usually the go-to. And then sampler.
Okay, yeah, it was missing that model. That's why.
Perfect. You have it now? Want to share your
Yeah,
screen?
I'm downloading it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm downloading the.
Yeah, this looks good. Looks better. So another thing, so when you generate images and videos, they will all go into your ComfyUI output. And you'll see them there. Now there's one really cool thing about these images. As I said yesterday, they store their settings in their metadata, so you can just like drag and drop it, right? And I just want to see what my initial settings is, say here, just to make sure we're doing the right thing. Yeah, SGM uniform.
Yeah, I think I got it now. Yeah, I think it's the first time I'm hearing the fans of this computer.
It's a good thing. That's what it's there for. Gotta work that machine. You know, at some point, like even 24 gigs of VRAM is not enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's running or not.
Do you see a progress bar? So the places that are working, like it has a green bar, or like the
But the thing was that I reloaded the window because I added the Animate LCM model to the Animate Diff loader. That so yeah, I think it's right. Yeah, I think it crashed.
It crashed? Interesting. Yeah. If it worked with Animate Diff earlier, like I don't see how it would crash, because this is supposed to be like even smaller than the original. Yeah.
I'm getting an error and a warning. I don't know.
Let me stop streaming. Show me your screen again.
So this is when I run the main file in the. I was pressuring my whole screen, if that works.
Let me see. Okay, I can see it. I can see it all. It's all good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Got this warning and it's error.
Oh, no valid FFmpeg found. Okay, we just need to install FFmpeg. It's weird that it hasn't installed it on its own. So okay. I guess close your. Didn't you generate animations before?
Yeah, I think so. Animations, I didn't get to that step,
okay.
but for the first step of the image, I did.
Okay, so here's
think
what you
so.
do. So the problem is video combine, and it doesn't have FFmpeg on it. So what you do is Control C out of that, basically. Yeah, stop the server, and we're gonna install FFmpeg. You're on Mac, right?
Yeah.
Install FFmpeg Mac. Command line. Come on, I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT because Google's giving me 100 different answers.
This.
Okay, brew install FFmpeg. Do you have brew? Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah.
If you have brew, just do brew install FFmpeg.
I think it's easier with Brio. So what's the you have the
what does the FFmpeg website tell you? Static builds for click on that. Static builds. Downloading anything? Okay, no. It's just that in zip file. So maybe it's just do brew install FFmpeg. Probably easier on your terminal. Perfect. And you're already in your virtual environment, which is great.
Yeah.
So you can also do. Oh, did you create a new virtual environment for Comfy?
yes.
Okay. Because now that I think of it, it already does create its own virtual environment. So you actually might not need that. And I'll tell you how to use it. We're just gonna do. There's Python embed. There is scripts. It's supposed to be pip. Yeah. So while that's downloading, open your folder with ComfyUI in it. Yeah, and go back. One more. Go back to the root folder. One more. One after. Yeah. Let's see if there is. Open Comfy. The Comfy folder. What's in it? No, that's not it. Is there another layer or folder that is the parent of this one? This ComfyUI?
No.
Huh. Okay. Well, then I guess it's running off of your virtual environment. Ooh, look in user. Nothing. Eh? Okay. So just do pip install image.io FFmpeg. Pip install image.io FFmpeg. That. Dash FFmpeg. That's underscore. Dash is like
that?
no. The underscore should be a dash.
Oh.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah. Okay, already satisfied. Alright. So now run your ComfyUI again. It still says because it is using its own thing, but there might be another way to fix this. So once your ComfyUI comes up, go to the manager and do updates all once it loads up. So manager, and then update all, or install pip packages, I think. But the thing is that won't install. No, don't do that. It's experimental. Do update all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want anything breaking right now. Okay, so they're all up to date. Show me your terminal. This is a nuanced problem. We're gonna figure that out. Scroll up. Scroll up in the terminal. Okay, right when you start the server, it should tell you.
Thank you.
Basically, the Python executable. It's using that one. And okay, it's using the one of the environment you built. So that seems all good. That's not a problem. Oh, okay. Was I wrong when I said no, it is dash. It did say you had already installed it, and it says no valid ffmpeg found. Okay. Close your server, and then let's do a force reinstall of image.io ffmpeg. So I think there's just a flag. There's a force flag put after pip3 or after install. Do dash force. Is it? Hold on.
Is it not underscore with the?
No, because when you're downloading from pip, it's always dashes. The underscores are turned to dashes. Yeah, and then you do upgrade force reinstall. No, force reinstall package. Upgrade and force reinstall. No, this is
Like that?
No. They put this like this. Oops. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the command is.
Oh, okay.
Update. Is it up? No, never mind. It's upgrade. My bad. I confused with something. Requirement already satisfied. Weird. Do pip3 uninstall image.io ffmpeg and then install it again. Oh, and it's possible that the ffmpeg with the brew install didn't work. So let me see. The problem is it's a little bit different with Mac. That's where like.
Yeah, I got the server. If you see the world needs the Apple command line to install.
What's that for? Oh, that's for installing ffmpeg, right?
Yeah, but
okay, just follow the instructions that are on the ffmpeg page. So basically, download the 7-zip file and do what it asks. So let me check it out. Download Mac static builds for Mac. Yeah, and then maybe I think you just download the latest version of ffmpeg, and it should currently have a binary. Okay. Okay.
okay, so
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I guess. I think you may be able to get the latest static build as well. I might have the same files, or less.
Yeah, so
Each type of binary is offered in 2 versions: the latest in development and the latest release. Oh, okay. So 611 is the release. This one is the development. So you're getting the right one. Should work.
611.
No, just follow the GitHub, because the Git, yeah, that's like the latest version. Follow whatever the GitHub says, which is to just download that and then do /build.bash in the repository.
Okay.
And then maybe like you can just like drag and drop the binary in your ComfyUI folder, so that when the server is running and it calls FFmpeg, it's already in the path. Perfect. Okay, now try running the server again.
It's,
I don't think, before you must install ARM64 based homebrew. Try just running your thing first, I guess. And try running .-ffmpeg. Just read ffmpeg. Right. Okay, so I killed ffmpeg for some stupid reason. Try getting it from the official website. Get the one on the right, maybe. It's supposed to be this stable build or whatever. Okay, what did the GitHub thing say when it has to do with it says clone this repository run. Okay, I guess clone the repository or like just download build.bash. Do download zip maybe. I guess you can also like copy paste that into a file. Wait, he told you to put it in a specific folder. I don't think that's the one. Yeah, you go back. It says before you must install ARM64 based homebrew. Okay. Okay, have you installed ARM64 based?
Yeah, I have that.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Then just run it.
So it's, enriched in the night.
Give yourself give yourself execution privileges.
Set sudo thing.
Sure, you can try that. Yeah, why not? No, it's still there.
It's there.
do chmod, I guess like plus X or something like that. Hold on. Give execution privileges chmod. X, yeah, there you go. Chmod plus X, and then build up bash. So like that. Okay, now run the file.
Okay. No, it's
No, run build that bash first. You only gave the privileges. Cancel.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you need to run the file first. Yeah, there you go.
What's this thing going?
Good question. I was wondering that myself.
So something happened. Oh, I think it's failing because of the older name.
Yeah, it might be a.
I'm using the OneDrive from Gale.
Oh, I see.
I think it's
The,
thinking that
yeah, it's taking the second part, right? Starting from university. Yeah.
No.
I think you can either change the code directly, or just run it somewhere outside of that. Because like the build.bash should just probably fix things outside. Like this is like a global setting, so just run it from your desktop or something. Yeah. You can also try updating your brew and then running brew install at Funpack again. So brew update, brew upgrade, and then fix that.
I think it's
What? Is it
it
working?
might be working.
Okay, that looks good.
But for some reason, all of this movement gives me chills. I don't want anything. Oh god.
Looks like it's just installing brew, but like maybe a slightly modified version or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's okay.
Just
No
try to
package complete.
doesn't matter. Try to run ffmpeg if you can. I think you took it out of that directory.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait.
No.
Okay, let's just use brew one more time. Let's see if we can fix that. So just do brew update and then do brew upgrade. Okay, then brew upgrade. I missed the W. So your Xcode is outdated.
Xcode.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it already gave you the command in your terminal. If you go up, it says it there. Yeah, same thing. Okay. So what was the answer to the guy's question on Stack Overflow?
Yeah.
I guess 2019 update. It's yeah, they're all like you should remove it and then reinstall it.
I don't know if I want to play with this.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
I know. I feel you. I understand.
Yeah, because all the like my code I'm using right now, like for my thesis, is in C++, and it's using the Xcode thing.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna.
You don't want to mess with that. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
It can be updated from App Store. Just use your App Store to do it. Yeah. Make sure you like note the version that we were using before, just in case, from their command line. Just write it down somewhere. In case something goes wrong, you can always revert back and you know it will work. 14.01.
That's true. I think that might take long.
Okay.
But,
so you have it. Just make sure the FFmpeg is working.
Yeah.
And then send whatever results you might get from the animations. And
Sure.
Yeah, put it in Project Showcase, and I think I'm gonna call it because it's already gone past the time. And stable warp is like it's something that even I don't use that much myself. And if people ask for it, I'll put a tutorial for it. Otherwise, I've already put the notebook. It has like everything you need to know from it about it. So you can check that one out too. But yeah, basically, okay. And also, if you go, I will, since you've stayed and others have left, I'm going to add you to a server where you're going to find ComfyUI workflows that are sick. And it has like some of the like smartest people who work on these stuff in there. So it's called Banadoko. And
yeah, it's fun. You can host ComfyUI like using maybe a private server for the GPU.
Yeah, so so you can do it on like, you can, let's say, get a GPU on Vast AI. Vast, is it Vast.ai? Yeah. You can get something here, except I don't know how you can like it will probably, you can steal the code from Colab. Yeah, that's what you can do. You go and you rent a GPU from Vast.ai. I just put it in chat. I should probably send it to you in person. This is a very specific question. So you go to Vast.ai. You can rent a GPU, whatever you want, and it's the lowest price GPU you can find. And you can steal the code from the Colab notebook. Let me share my screen. Make sure you're seeing this.
Yeah, because maybe I think for like larger projects, it's worth making a bit of investment on the GPU for it to run faster.
If you do that would be like, that's hardcore. I've done it before, but it's like it takes like a little bit of time, and it takes some grinding to make sure like you don't get any errors. You have everything installed. You know, you're gonna have to install PyTorch, this and that. But if you can set up your code, or like in, let's say, a Colab notebook or something, and basically steal this code from here. So, but the difference is that some of these things they won't match, because let's say, you wouldn't be using a Google Drive, so you have to make sure that like stuff that don't apply in a rented GPU aren't there. So you rent a GPU, steal the code from there. Basically, the real point comes from stealing this part right here, the Cloudflared way, or the local tunnel way, which basically allows you to join that URL from Vast AI remotely. Maybe this will work better, because I don't know how this works. It seems like it's still giving you like a local URL, which is weird. I don't know how that's gonna work on the cloud, but yeah, you can try both, see which one works, and then you should be able to just like use that GPU that you're renting to like run all this stuff. You might have to like go in Manager and then download all those other things, like IP adapter, animate diff, and some models.
Yeah,
it's a cool project. It's great if you want to, let's say, say you want to do like large batches for like a really long time, or you want to do really high quality, or you want to do it for a really long duration or something like that. You have like a lot of them that you want to run. You want to use your PC. Yeah, that's a really good way of doing it. Or you can just stick to Colab. You pay $10 a month and you use Colab Pro, and you can run it on that. But honestly, your own GPU, if you can do it, if you're capable, 100%. It's a great way to go. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, like if you start doing that and you have any questions and you run into troubles, hit me up. I'll be able to help you out.
Of course. Right, man. Thank you. This is great.
Cheers. Thanks for sticking around. A lot of people were like, over time, they was just like, I can't take this anymore. But you did it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
it's fun. I really appreciate that. It's really, really nice. I think I've always liked the idea of creating videos from using AI, and it's the first time like I actually do it. So yeah, very excited.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to see what you make. If you make anything cool, put it in Project Showcase and share it. Share it, because motivation for the rest of the people. And if it's really cool, I'm gonna ask you how you did it. And added you to Banadoko.
Yeah, sure.
If you go under like you know, add resources, AD resources, sorry, animate diff resources, you're gonna find workflows, and they're just images that you like drag and drop, or JSON files, which you drag and drop, and then it has the entire workflow. And if there are nodes that aren't working, there has like in your ComfyUI, there's install.
Yeah. Where's that? I think I'm not in that Discord, so.
I sent you an invite.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah, and once you're on there, you can steal any of these workflows. This is a really good one. This is what I just showed you. Simple LCM image to vid workflow. But for myself, I've paired it with Stable Cascade, which is another model. And there's like YouTube videos for that, but you got the basics, right? From this point on, like there's like plenty of cool stuff you can do. Like it's infinite, really. So it's all uphill from here and where you want to go. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Right. My pleasure. Take care. I'll see you.
Yeah,
Are
too.
you coming
Bye-bye.
to the? Are you coming to the third workshop? The panel. At the end.
Is it tomorrow?
No. It's next week.
Or is it next week?
Next
Okay.
Week. Yeah, mid next week. Yeah,
Next week. What day?
Next week. The day's not actually clear yet. It's gonna be Wednesday or Tuesday. We'll let you know. I think by the end of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big event, and you get to like show off whatever you've made. So make a project, something cool, amend it long, and we'll show it off. You know.
Is it going to be in person or?
Yeah, it's in person. It's in person. People from Mila are showing up. So if you make something really cool, you can grab their attention. Yeah.
That's cool. No, I'm not in Montreal right now.
Ah, okay.
So
well,
yeah,
you can still submit it, and we can show it up for you, and show it off, and put your name there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
All right, man. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
Good night. Bye bye.